Welcome, viewers. Once again, this is A Vision Media Broadcast. We got another special show. We just keep coming and coming and coming with shows, you know. But we got the special guest, man. This man is Chucky Smash, 1/3 of the group, the Legion.
Yes, sir.
These brothers made a statement when they came out, man, and a golden era, and still doing things now to this day. So we want to welcome Chucky Smash from the hip hop group Underground, the Legion. Peace, brother. How you feeling?
Yo, I'm doing well. God bless. Thank you. Thank you for having me, man.
It's a pleasure you come on to the show. One of you guys was my favorite rap group. I listened to Legion's Groove. Every the albums you had back then was dope, and it's still popping.
Yo, you say Legion Groove. If I may say, you're a Philly. You're
I'm
a Philly
from
cat.
Philly. I'm from Philly. Yeah.
Philly showed us plenty of love. At that time when we came out. So Legion
Yeah,
Groove was
yeah.
definitely one of
It was one.
the records they embraced. After New York, real talk, Philly.
Yeah,
Really the East Coast, but Philly showed us mad love, man.
that's right. Because we love hip hop, man, and the things that New York did. Y'all brought everything. It's like we all connected, man, some
Yes.
kind of way, man, when
Yes,
it comes
yes,
to the music.
yes, yes.
Yep.
Salute to Philly, New Jersey, Connecticut. The whole world, the states, the whole world in general.
Yeah.
But the East
Yeah,
Coast is
yeah.
our origin.
That's right, man. And one thing, did you ever come to Philly and do shows here, man?
Yes, I can't remember the spots, but why I say Philly, the first thing that popped in my head was DJ Kobe Cole.
Kobe Cole, yeah, that's old school.
So that's one thing that I
Kobe
can think
Cole.
of, and I can't put
Yeah.
I can't put the pieces of anything else together. But that's like the first thing that I could think of. But I just remember us going and doing a few different joints out there.
Yeah.
Shame on me, foggy memory. I
That's
don't
all
remember.
good.
I don't remember name for name. I got flicks
Yeah.
and stuff that now that you inspired me, I'm gonna look it up.
Oh,
We like in
wow.
front of some
Okay.
yeah, we're in front of like a record spot out in Philly. I don't know
Wow.
what part, but
Yeah, we talking about the 90s, man. So
yeah,
the
we
memory.
talking about
You know what I mean? And some
about the golden era, the
that golden
90s.
era. Some of them stores might not even. Some of them places might not even be there no more, man.
Facts.
Now, I'm interested in knowing, man, your background. I know, like I said, I was in DITC studios with y'all, man. That's the last interview I did, and it was dope.
Yes.
And you got into some things. Everybody was trying to, get a story in, but I got you now. You know what I mean? Now we're gonna talk. So. I just want you to take me back to the golden years, man, of when you got started into hip hop.
So me myself, I started in the '70s. I don't want to. I'm a James Brown. No one would say he's old. As young as I am,
Yeah. That's all
I
good.
started. So I'm originally from the Bronx. I was born in Harlem,
Okay.
raised in the Bronx, partially Harlem.
Okay.
I got into this hip hop thing, this hip hop culture. It's not a thing, but I got into this hip hop culture.
Yeah.
I would say early mid '70s.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to both of my cousins, my cousin Artie Boo and my cousin Kathy. They introduced me to it at the original jams back in the Boogie Down Bronx. My first taste of it, breaking off of, looking at my older cousin and my older cousins and watching him. He was break dancing for songs like Ralph McDonald dance to the drums. I can't, shame on me, but just like them old breaks and just following suit, seeing, just being like influenced heavily. So I'm probably talking about I'm like 8 years old, but so we talk about the '70s. So I started. I would say so. I was originally a popper, a breaker.
Wow, that's right.
Following him as a writer, he was dabbling in graffiti, but I took suit to it really, really early on.
Okay.
And
how about DJing?
Following him again, my cousin Artie J and my cousin Kathy.
Okay.
I started MCing. Back then we called it MC, Master of the Ceremony.
MC, that's right. That's right. Yeah. For those that don't know, can you tell them that again? What is the acronym? But what does it mean, MC?
Master of the Ceremony. MC to rock a crowd, rock a party. The origins. I would say when people say the hippity hop, that was the flavor I was from. Shout out to my aunt Rosie. I could remember her coming. There was a famous club in New York called Bentley's.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yep, and my aunt Rosie, I could remember her. As a kid being at my grandparents' house. She came
Okay.
home and she said, they was playing this record over and over and over. Now this is fast forwarding a little bit, and it turned out to be the Sugar Hill Gang. She said they
Okay.
just kept playing this record all night, and they just kept saying the hop to the pop, the pop, the
Yeah,
pop.
be the hot.
So me, little starry-eyed kid, my eyes was bright. I was sitting there like, whoa, what is this
Yeah.
that you talk about?
Wow. Wow.
So I would say a blessing to my family, my moms, my pops, my
So,
step pops, my little
yeah.
brother Rollo.
Hmm.
My brother Rollo is very instrumental
Hmm.
in growing up because everything I did, he did.
Yeah.
And
So,
he's
so
he's like the unofficial Legion lieutenant. He runs he runs
wow,
us.
wow. So
Yes.
basically, they kind of introduced you to they got you started with that, listening to
Yeah,
music and old
my
school.
family, my family.
Wow, that's dope, man.
My original MC name was Peanut for my cousin.
Oh,
Then
okay.
it transferred over. Again, I'm fast forwarding a little bit. It My real name is Jamal.
Mhm.
Everybody in my neighborhood growing up, they used to call me Jamal. They used to call me Wilkes because it was a
Wilkes.
famous player on the LA Lakers named Wilkes.
Yeah,
So
Wilkes.
my
Wow.
second MC name was Wilkes, MC Wilkes C. And around
So
that time,
you had a few names going on,
I,
huh?
you know, you always had to put something after it. Now,
Uh,
when you're talking about that time, which,
mhm.
as you said, we're going to talk about a lot of things.
That's right. That's
You
right.
bring up to speed.
That's right.
Where I'm talking about my cousin Artie and Kathy.
Hmm.
This is the Lafayette section of the Bronx.
Okay.
This is the same area where I met Molecules. So even when you talk about these young days, I already knew Molecules, but
Wow.
he was a
Wow.
different name, which we'll talk about. But by the time I got the name MC Wilkes C, he was Cut Master Marvy D. So for all of you guys people who
Cup
know,
Master Marvy D.
Molecule's first name was Cut
Cup
Master
Master.
Marvy D. His real name is
We
Marvin.
got.
He probably gonna shot. He probably gonna want to
Yeah.
fight me, but yes, he's Marvin. So he always had to have something after it. So
Wow.
and
Well. Since we on molecules, can you break down the Legion for those that aren't familiar? Just break it down. The group.
yes. So the Legion sits back there. I got a
That's right.
crusty poster behind me. The Legion consists of myself, Chucky
Hmm.
Smash, the small guy, Dice Man, CeeLo 456, the catalyst.
Nice,
He
man.
is the spark and the leader. Let's call it what it is. Big man Q's,
Wow. Wow.
Molecules.
Wow. Wow.
When we first started out, it was we were like a superhero group, Molecules and the Legion. But
Okay.
Q's in his graciousness and humbleness, he cut the Molecules off and just wanted to be the Legion because it was always a mob of us.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. See. I know. In the scriptures, when he asked the demon, the spirit, he said,
go ahead.
he told him, he said, so who? I think he said, who are you? Or
Go ahead.
he said, my name is Legion because we are many,
Many
right?
Legion for we are many. So you know the
Yeah.
knowledge. Yes,
So that's exactly where you guys kind of got that from.
yes.
Okay,
Yes. In that it was a combination of that Legion for we are many.
okay,
Um, I would say I'm responsible because in my bedroom with my brother Rollo, these concepts, as a comic book kid,
yeah.
all those things between the biblical, the comic
And the
books, and just the
comic books,
posse
yeah.
element, it
Hmm.
kind of just clicked and formed. So it's
Together.
Molecules, Chucky Smash, CeeLo the Dice Man, the triangle as they call it. But then there's many. Like I said, I mentioned Rollo Square. There's Droopy Dog, who was the first voice on our Theme Plus Echo Equals Krill album. He does the
Okay,
intro.
okay.
Um, there's a slew of many cats, and I don't want to disrespect any of my brothers or sisters because there was a lot of us, but they, Legion for we are many. And we were actually a mix up of a lot of different groups.
Okay.
Like I had mentioned again, I don't know. Obviously, I tend to get off track, but from
Yeah.
when I was very, very young, when they say sandbox, I was always running around with Molecules. As
Wow.
far as
Okay.
as far as like hip hop,
Okay.
and I credit him. After my cousin Artie J
Hmm.
and my cousin Kathy and of course my little brother Rollo, Molecules, he was the one that helped me cut my teeth, so to speak, because he
Okay.
he was around a lot of he was in the element of
He
the
was in a mix. He
streets.
was in a mix of all of that. Yeah, in the
He
streets.
was he was in the mix, and he was in some. Again, I
Yeah.
know hip hop is a worldwide thing, but we're talking about his origins. he used to be around some really gritty and grimy spots, and I credit him with taking him there. And then at the same token, not to leave our brother and our partner, CeeLo 456.
CeeLo.
Of course, he joins us a little bit later, but he's just over the bridge, and he's pretty much having those same experiences as us because he was only like 5-10 minutes away from us. So we all grew up in the same area.
Yeah, where exactly, for those that don't know, where everybody grew up at?
We all grew up in the Bronx. All
Bronx,
three of us.
Okay.
So Molecules and myself, we from LIP, the Lafayette section of the Bronx, which is a smack away from Soundview. Big up to Lord Tyreek, Peter Guns.
Peter Guns, yeah.
Money Boss Players, which up to Minnesota.
Yeah.
Who else is from our neighborhood?
Wow. Yeah.
Rest in peace, baby from our neighborhood directly. Baby Chris that died from Violators.
Oh wow! Okay.
He went to high school with Molecules. The Boogie Boys, remember that song, "A Fly Girl"?
Fly Girl. Yeah.
Big up to Cedric and Tuffy. They hosted Video Music Box with Ralph McDaniels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Crew. That
it's called Just Another Case About No.
Yes, there you go. Yep.
Okay.
They're from my neighborhood. So from that, a vast good, history of hip hop come from our area. CeeLo is from Bronxdale Projects, which, like I said, is the origins of Disco King Mario, deep in the origins of hip hop. We could go on for days and days about that. But to stick to the script, we come from, I would call it the Southeast Bronx. KRS made it famous with the South Bronx.
That's right, South Bronx.
Which called pretty much like the Southeast Bronx.
Okay, the Southeast.
Yes. Southeast.
You know what I find so amazing, Chucky, because I think that everybody was trying to really I don't want to say get out of the hood, but it was a whole lot of rappers, man, and different boroughs in New York, different projects, right? And it's a blessing that a lot of people got that ticket, that golden ticket to make it out. Now, I know everybody want to get away, but y'all kind of had fun just with the music. It wasn't no plan on just like, moving into a whole nother neighborhood. Was it more fun for y'all back then, making music?
Yes, 100%. Typically speaking, like my crib, for instance, my house would be like, we definitely was into hanging out. Like I said, we hung out, weekends, parties, jams. We was outside, as people say.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, growing up, as far as the hip hop element, sticking to the script, 2 turntables in our living room and just being there, everybody fooling around on the mic.
Yeah.
That's just what it was, and it was fun, like you said. Everybody, the big ciphers.
Yeah, we did
10,
that
15
too.
cats, everybody getting their burn on the mic. So that's why the Legion, in general. So at the end of the day, when we came out as a group, it was definitely difficult because it was a lot of us. It was a mob of us, and everybody could hold their own as an MC and big up and blessings to Black Sheep. Again, moving around a lot of different.
Yeah, they're part of it. They're part of the whole crew.
Oh, 1 million%. Obviously, I'm not sure how the story is going to break down.
Yeah.
But without it, hands down, Drez and Mr. Long, we will forever be indebted to those cats. Obviously, Drez in particular, because Drez is the one who believed in us and gave us the opportunity and got us our record deal.
That's dope, man. And when you hear a Legion album, like it gives you that old school feel. Was that the plan in the beginning to make albums like that, to keep giving you that old school feel?
Yeah. So when we started out, again, I'm gonna be humble and grateful to my partners, CeeLo and Molecules. Those guys allowed me, when you talk about our first album, Theme plus Echo equals Krill, they kind of allowed me to navigate the floor plan of how the album was going to be laid down in terms of like the concepts of the song format. Molecules was definitely 95% responsible for the music. But as far as what's this song going to be about? Just taking like so much the lead vocal. This is the direction the song is going to go in.
Okay.
So with that being said, being as you asked me earlier on in the interview, my origins from from the old school hip hop days.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck. I was stuck in the time zone. So again, I was grateful. So a lot of the original concepts of the Legion theme Echo album, those guys allowed me to run point guard, so to speak, being a small guy. And it was by all means, it was definitely a group collaboration.
Yeah,
But sometimes they would, they would rely on me. Well, what's the hook going to be? What direction? What we're going to do a song about? And ultimately, it was a group decision, but they did let me run point. But old school, to answer your question, was the flavor that we wanted to have it go in.
Okay, that's the path y'all took, that old school flavor.
Yes.
You know, and it definitely worked. And don't forget about y'all also had Showbiz and AG. That's a part of the crew.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not one to try to, I try not to leave out anybody.
I know, man. I know.
So Show and AG, bless them guys and the whole DITC camp. All of them. I don't want to leave nobody's name out, but all of them. Right. Showbiz and AG, they gave us our first opportunity to be heard to the world. By allowing us to be on a skit on their classic Runaway Slave album.
Yeah.
So that is where on our album, on our Theme Plus Echo Equals Krill album, there's a song called Who's It On? That originated, big up and shouts to my man CME, who came up with that slogan, Who's It On?
Okay.
However, when we were in, I think it was Power Play Studio when Showbiz and AG was recording their album very sporadically. At that time, Drez was shopping us to get a deal, and we mobbed up Legion, and Showing AG, they just showed us love and they let us get a skit on it. And that was the first time people ever heard us.
Now I know Q's that he does the production on all the music, right? Because he
primarily, yes.
Now did AG do any production on your album?
No, actually, I can't say AG is not a producer, but of that duo, Showbiz is the beat master.
That's the beat master. Okay.
Showbiz is credited what we do give credit to, and Molecules, you'll hear it out of Molecules' own mouth. Showbiz is the one that helped Molecules learn how to work the SB1200.
Okay.
So on our classic song Jingle Jangle, I think when Q's programmed the drums, like that comes from tutelage from Showbiz.
Wow. So
Showbiz is a legend. Showbiz is a legend.
Yeah, most definitely.
Hands down, one of the best producers ever that I've ever seen in person and showed us mad love.
Wow, that's dope, man, because everybody have different unique styles. And the whole crew, man, the Legion, y'all dope. You know what I mean?
Oh, we much appreciated.
And what's funny, I still listen to everything, man, especially Legion Groove. That beat is just crazy. And just by listening to certain songs, man, that you got to spit with you, man. Like you really can rap.
I appreciate it. When you say Legion Groove, that format.
Yeah.
So again, I talked about them allowing me to be the concept coming from the Cold Crush, old school Treacherous Street days. We came from a party vibe. So Legion Groove kind of captures that was probably the core essence.
Oh, okay.
Of what I viewed the group to be as. Okay. And we were able to get that song down. So I'm glad you like it, man. I love that song.
Yeah, that's dope. Jingle Jangle, that's another banger.
Yes.
Another one. Yeah, so and I know you talked about spray paint, like bombing. What was your name, man? Like when you used to
I used to write Wilkes. So I mentioned before, growing up, they used to call me Jamal Wilkes. I used to write Wilkes.
Okay.
At one point I was writing 7. I was not a big, here's what happened. This album that I put out is called The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. It's a train in New York. For those who don't live in New York, that's a train, 6 train. Okay. Very famous. That's what the movie the movie was about. Yeah. I grew up on the 6 train pretty much my whole life.
Oh wow.
Okay. That 6 train runs through a few different boroughs, but for me personally, but when you talk about graffiti, yes, I used to write. I'll tell you a funny story. I think I must have been 12, 13. Here I am trying to cut my teeth. I'm supposed to be this vandal. I'm with my little brother Rollo. We're on the train. I'm in the last car of the train.
Wow.
I'm tagging up. I'm on there tagging up. I get caught by the cops.
Wow. Tagging?
Me and my little brother. The vandal. They had a vandal squad dedicated to getting graffiti writers in New York. So there it is. I'm getting caught. They take me down to the station, 180th Street. I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'm like, oh, I'm finished. I got my little brother with me to boot.
Wow,
so they take us both down there.
They took you both down.
They took us both down. And here go that my brother, a minor. And my
Wow.
mom's had to come get to, that's why my graffiti, I never stopped the love of it, but as far as me progressing as a writer, that kind
Yeah.
of put a speed bump in it.
Wow.
Needless to say, my mom's is Jamaican. I was done. The rest,
Okay.
I
Okay.
was probably, I'm still on punishment.
From that long time ago, she still
Yes,
got you.
I'm still
Yeah.
on,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Mm,
they put me in a cage, and the Vandal Squad made you to have a black book, so
mhm.
it's for them to keep track of. I don't know if they kept, but they made me write. I'm in there crying, sobbing. They make you they make you write your graffiti. Make you take. They used to keep a black book like an evidence book.
They make you
Kind of
write
like
your name, write it over in the book.
yeah, because they kept a black book of all the graffiti writers they caught.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
I wrote my.
Okay.
So needless to say, I think that kind of deterred me from really expanding, but I never lost the love of the graffiti. I would say I'm more like a graffiti. You know how they have these famous art critics. I could be,
Yeah.
because my history is very well versed on it. So as far as my writing, I'll be the first one to say I can write. I can tag, I can get up.
Hmm.
But my personal career as a writer, it
Yeah.
took a little bit of speed bump, and that's what kind of pushed me, navigated me more. At that point, I started doing electric boogie, and I started rhyming more. I didn't get to go to Jamaica that summer. It was
She
bad,
put you on lockdown, man. She was mad at you, man.
but I never stopped admiring. Me and my little brother Rallo, we never stopped admiring. I never stopped studying the graffiti. So I could sit down and I could rattle off names. Rest in peace to K Slade, because K Slade was Desi Dez.
Hey, Slay.
He,
Yeah.
yeah. So I could sit and have a long. I could do a freaking forum on
Yeah.
graffiti and writers and different lines and different artists. But myself personally as a writer, I would say I was an amateur. I was a novice.
So is that how you came up with the title of the album? Like, how did you get the inspiration to come up with that title? Because of that? Because
So that was one of the pieces. So number one, our last album that the Legion did is called Three the Bronx Way,
yeah, I
which
heard
is
that.
a
I heard.
movie concept.
I heard. Hmm.
Molecules did a solo album with Showbiz as the producer called A Bronx Tale, which is a movie concept.
Wow.
So our goal as a group was we got this, we're gonna cover these movies.
Oh, okay. So you're going to keep it going like that?
So Dice Man gonna do
All
one.
right. All right.
We got Fort Apache to bro. We got some things in the works.
Okay. Cool. All
So,
right. All
but
right.
for me personally, the fact that we was on that kick, it worked for me
Okay.
because to get from my dad is from Harlem, rest his soul, but that six train, even though it was for a movie, that six train gets me from my grandparents' house to where I live in the Bronx. When I was
Wow.
going to
Okay.
school, I would be on the sixth train. So the sixth train, not only that, the sixth train is where we lived. That was the train that we took. That was the primary graffiti that I used to see, me and my brother
Back and
on
forth.
that
You took.
line.
Yeah.
So everything, it kind of, for me, it kind of fit. You know, Riding the train back and forth to school, it was the sixth train, which is
Yeah.
this
The
Pelham
six
line.
train. Okay.
The graffiti, it was just the Pelham line. Then you fast forward up, there is a version where Denzel and John Travolta did. I want to say early 2000s, mid 2000s
Okay.
of Taking of Pelham. There's
Take it.
another
Okay.
Pelham
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I got another cover with me and Marlon Q's face on that.
I saw
So it
that one.
just,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it just kind of fit for me. The
Okay.
train element with the graffiti, the
Hmm.
train element with
Yeah, because
my
it represents you. It represents you.
yes, yes, man, 100%,
Wow.
100%.
Okay. Wow, that's dope,
100%.
man.
And big up to King of the Beats Prit, who did the artwork on Be the Bronx Way, who's putting the record out, and also this Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, which is a snatch from the original movie, which is from 1974.
Okay, it's
So
from the original movie.
yes, 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 yes.
Viewers, you have to go and check out the album, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, and 3 by Chucky Smash. Is it out everywhere?
It will be released on digital. Right now, we're doing pre-orders for the vinyl. Our
Okay.
goal is to release the vinyl first.
Okay.
The digital will be released, I want to say, shortly thereafter.
Okay.
We currently do, it's being pressed. As you and I are talking, it's being pressed.
Okay.
It's being pressed out of the UK. Like I said,
Oh
it's
wow.
on King of the Beats Records. Um, get at him. Go to his website. You can see him on Instagram, King of the Beats Records. You can get at myself, Chucky.Smash. Follow me. Click me on Instagram. Get the pre-order. It's limited edition vinyl. We are in it for the culture, so the vinyl is primary. It's a collectible. There's DJs, there's hip hop heads who have already ordered it.
That's right.
So we're gonna start with that. Then afterwards, because we are in the 21st century, it will be on your audio digital platforms, iTunes,
Everywhere.
Spotify, everywhere else. But what we wanted to do is allow it to be classic in its inception, and it will be vinyl first originally.
Now, are there any collabos? I'm quite sure you got Q's and Dice Man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have anyone else on?
So right now, folks, you want to shoot over to YouTube, go to the Legion page. You can
That's right.
type in the words Hunts Point, HUNTS Point,
Yeah.
POINT, which is a train stop on the 6th train. That's a collaboration with myself, Big Man Q's, and Dice Man to kick off this Pelham 123 album.
You got a video
So
for that also too, right?
yeah, we got the
Yeah,
video up.
yeah, it's a
Yep, so we go
video.
to YouTube. So I got the Legion on there. I got a song called Cool featuring Milano Constantine, BITC family, dope ass artist, one of my favorite MCs. I got Droopy Dog on this song called Santa Claus.
Wow.
Droopy
Okay.
Dog was on our Dean Plus Echo on this jingle on this single here. The flip side is a
Yeah.
song called Freestyle Demolition. On
Okay.
that song is an MC by the name of Droopy Dog. On our last Lost Tapes album, or actually on Free the Bronx Way, is a song called Heard You Quit. Droopy Dog is on that song.
Okay.
So he's on the song with me. I have a feature obviously from Black Sheep Drez, song called
Black Sheep.
Painkiller,
There you
which
go.
is dope. I got some up and coming artists. I got my godson, Marvelous Supreme, who is Molecule's son, and Lucky Fishburne, who is family. He's Molecule's cousin. Make sure I'm not missing
Wow. So you did reach out. You reached out to people. It's like family. You reached out to family.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
the whole project was A&R by Rollo Square, my brother. He sat in on every session, and helped me from start to finish. You got I got a feature cuts on a song produced by King of the Beats,
Okay.
Key Figures, wicked ass DJ out of UK called The Force on a song called Bring It Back.
Okay.
I got the dope ass song again, making it worldwide. I got cuts on the song called Piano, which I sent to you. DJ named Venom Vigilante, and on that intro song that you had posted with this, I got cuts by DJ Eclipse. DJ Eclipse Shade 45. That guy has been very supportive to us over the last few years of our career.
That intro banging.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yes,
That's
DJ
fire.
Clips, PC, he hooked
Peace,
us up.
DJ Clips. Peace, man.
Yes,
Salute.
yes.
That's what's it at. How long does it take Chucky Smash to finish an album?
The album didn't take that long. We ran into between COVID and
Okay, it was all between.
after COVID and I mean, you could say if it was a few months in the
Okay.
making. I would say 2-3 months, but really it's not that. It really wasn't that long per se. Unfortunately, I had been talking about this thing on social media for so long, but unforeseen delays. It is what it is. Ain't gonna make no excuses. We ran into multiple delays. But here we are now.
Yeah, we
By
hear
the
it. That's right.
by the grace of God, it's happening. But to answer your question, maybe like maybe 2 months, 2-3 months, really, if that.
Okay, okay. But that's dope, man. What can we expect, man, from this album?
So, all right. So, choose my words carefully.
All right.
By no means am I just comparing myself to the great Slick Rick. But
Okay.
let's take Rick's album, Children's Story.
A storytelling album, based. I mean,
I wouldn't even say a storytelling
not
album,
like
but
that.
I would just say like a little bit of a character. So I just wanted it to be unique,
Okay.
kind of something that fits my personality. I would say it's well rounded. I was playing it for a couple guys I'm running around with, and they were saying that's good, man. You got some ups, it's got some ups and downs. Like as far as some songs that are a little bit up there.
Then,
I think it's well rounded. I think it will be well received.
Okay.
I'm definitely happy and proud to finally have it done. I think you're gonna get got a little bit of cuts in there, a couple of skits. And I try to keep it classic, man. Stay right in our lane.
How many cuts is on the album?
17.
Wow.
17 includes
really took it back.
Somebody says it's a little bit, but keep in mind that
No.
skits in between there.
Yeah.
I want to say it's probably 14 songs, but probably like 3 skits.
That's the original. Like you took it back to the original how they
Yeah,
make
yeah,
albums.
yeah. Side A, side B.
Yeah,
Wanted
side
to
A,
try to
side
give,
B.
try to give the folks some value.
That's
And
right.
it was a challenge because being a part of a group, I'm used to. I got crutches.
You used to two
I
people.
got Big Man Q's and Dice Man who has turned into this monster over the years.
Yeah,
He go
man.
check him out. Also on King of the Beats is The Power of Now. So big up
Okay.
CeeLo Dice Man 456, who is a tremendous MC at this time. He always has been, but he's grown into this magnificent wordsmith. And I was always I could have said I could always rely on those guys. So it was a challenge, but it was also a pleasure because at that, it was almost like a little kid. I was like, shit, I get to do the whole song, I
Wow,
get
wow, wow.
to so
So, were you like a little nervous knowing that you get ready to put out a solo album?
I'm still nervous. I'd be remiss.
Wow. Yeah,
We've been around and
yeah,
there's so much music out there, so many
yeah,
people out there.
yeah.
Everything is so fast. The music is microwavable almost.
Hmm.
So that's why, in hindsight, taking a few steps back, the
Okay.
fact that it
Okay.
took so long, the fact that it's vinyl, not everybody gets to put out vinyl. I had to slow it down in my brain. Yes, I
Okay.
was nervous, and it is because I'm gonna be you get critiqued. You know,
Hmm.
you get critiqued all over the board. However,
Hmm.
challenge someone to put together a more well-rounded
Right.
project. And that's what makes me most happy. That's what satisfies me fully. I put my heart, my soul, my blood, put everything
Hmm.
into it. And from what I would perceive that people would appreciate as far as what they consider hip hop and what this culture is all about.
That's right. And I know that this album is all hip hop, man. Like
Yes.
you taking it back to the essence, and that's what we need, out here right now. And the music that's going on right now. How do you feel about the new music?
I like it, man. I have children. My kids put
Okay.
me on to a lot of stuff. I could be chilling with my son. My son is like he listens to cats like Juice World.
Yeah.
My daughter, she turned me on to Tyler the Creator. Went to the concert with her.
I like I
I'm
like I like Tyler the Creator. I do.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The music is the music. You know, is if it sounds good, if it's good, it's different. Things is gonna be different.
Yeah.
Again, you talk about an age bracket, but good music is good music. You
Mhm.
know, if the track, if the when we talk about music, aside from the vocals, if the music, the beats and the tracks laid down
Yeah.
can get you to gravitate to it, then you got a shot. So I'm open to everything. I'm open to everything. I couldn't be the old dog saying, "Oh, this new stuff," because it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It kind of like is what it is. I'm not saying we're supposed to accept the BS, but
Yeah. But it is what it is. Like what you gonna do? You know what I mean?
yeah. But what we stick by. A lot of times, the Legion, we have been consistently inconsistent with gaps and periods for what we release. However,
Yeah.
when we release it, it's solid. We try to ensure that the people that is boom, that is like wow, like you may not, sometimes we talk heavily of New York, but I don't want
Yeah.
people to feel jaded that it's New York, New York, New York. It's a
Yeah.
sound and it's a culture that we like to put out there. And myself, I took the torch, being this be the first project from our group, me being
Yeah.
the representative, is a sound so that somebody in France that's really into hip hop, they
Hmm.
can just relate. So the bottom line is we stuck to our original formula: beats, bass lines, horns.
That's right.
Mad
That's
delay, mad echoes.
right. Right.
Like I said, I sent you a few samples of what we got
Yeah.
about to happen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hopefully you enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, listen, I always enjoy it, man. I go through it, but you're gonna see how I hook this whole thing up, man. You know
Go,
what I mean?
go.
Yeah, you're gonna see. And another thing, collaborations people really don't do as much. It was a three-man crew. It was you, Dice Man, and it was Q's, right?
Yes.
Who would you rather do a collaboration with today? Um, like if you're going back to the golden era, like who would you rather do a collaboration with that you never had a chance to do with?
Shame on us. pretty, we got a great relationship. So for starters, the first one out the gate, DJ Premier. After all these years, we know Premier.
Y'all never had a premiere track?
Shane.
I thought y'all really had a premiere track.
Yeah. He's the first one that comes to mind. Premier.
Oh wow, premiere. Okay.
Right? That's the first thing, he's the first one that jumps out at me.
Premiere. Imagine a premiere track with the
Yeah,
music.
yeah, and it's tangible. We've been on his show. God willing, when this project drops. Peace through
Yeah,
clips.
man.
I'm hoping I could
Yeah, man. Yeah,
wiggle my way up to the
that's
Supreme
right,
and
man.
get on the show. He's the first one,
Yeah,
but let me see who else, man. Who else is out there?
yeah, man.
That
Era, man. How about you ever think about like a RZA track?
I would love I would love a RZA track.
Yeah.
We're friends with someone very touchable, Diamond D. Again, he's
Diamond D. Diamond
yes,
D. Wow. Okay.
yes. I would love to do something with Diamond D.
There's a lot of
Man,
them out
just
there. There's a whole bunch of. Wow.
I would love to do this. Might be a stretch, but I would love to be in as a 3-man thing. I would love to do something with the Locks.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah,
Wow, that would have been hot.
yeah. We're a tad bit older than them, so I would love, I would love to, collab with them guys because
Yeah,
I like doing the multiple MC things.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, I think that would have been hot, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Back then, were you ever around Big L?
A little bit. Rest
A
in
little
peace,
bit.
Big L. Not crazy. We did. We did know him. Rest his soul. Didn't know him well, but again, through the DITC affiliation, man,
Okay.
definitely a loss losing that cat. He was a good dude. The
Yeah.
little interaction we had with him, man, he was always solid.
Yeah. He had skills, man. He did, man. How much have you grown as an artist? Like just over the years, man.
I never stopped learning
Mhm.
as an artist, and I think I beat myself up, or time is a killer. I, after I listened to something a few times, damn, I could have did this better, I could have did that better, but I
Okay.
I, I think
So
I've grown somewhat. I learned to navigate. I tell you, a huge thanks to again. This is just talking about the original days. Drez, obviously Drez Black Sheep who signed us.
Reds.
He was a great teacher. To just being around him. You're talking about a guy with his notebook full of rhymes, or just talent, or just knowing what it is.
Wow.
I learned a lot from being around him.
Okay.
So even today, he's a nasty MC, a nasty artist. But I
Yeah.
would say I was heavily influenced by him and having the opportunity. That's why I have a song. I didn't send it to you, but I did a song called Painkiller where he did the hook.
Hmm.
That's my jingle jangle.
Okay.
Learning to navigate through the songs, being wicked with the words. I would say I'm always trying to learn from. I'm still learning because
Yeah.
even now with this Pelham joint, I got a taste of it. I'm like, shit, I gotta come back. I like to follow up with something even. As long as I got breath in my body, I
Just
would
a
like to
little
see.
better. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
And
just kick
and,
it up
and
a notch.
yeah, that's all. Let's kick it
Definitely
up a
proud
notch.
of what we did, but after living with it for X amount of time, I can't wait to release it to the world and then follow
Right.
up with something even doper.
Wow, man. How are you different from other artists, man? What makes you different from other artists?
I think conceptually, what will separate me from the batch, I don't.
Okay.
I'm staying in my lane. I'm not a battle rapper,
Okay.
so I can't.
Okay.
It's called a spade a spade. I ain't that cat that you gonna say, yo, he's gonna battle X Y Z. I hold my own. I got
Yeah.
bars, but I
Battle and
stay in
all.
my lane, and I try. Like I said, I mentioned Slick Rick earlier.
That's right.
Um, Obviously, the God Rakim, learning off of the formulas of just putting together solid songs. I
Okay.
would say, believe it or not, how I'm different. Not that I sing. I put songs together like an R&B artist. I put together like my album is like an R&B album. With Q's doing this album with Q's in the production. He said, "Man, if this was back in the day, you might, you would have got signed by X, Y, and Z. Granted, that's not what the game is right now, but
Okay.
I put
Okay.
together like conceptually, I almost think like an R&B artist."
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that I think would help separate me from the pack because I think most artists, male and female, are trying to outbar each other. They try, which I get it. You got to be nasty with the words, and you got to be,
That's right.
killing everything. I ain't trying, man. I'm
How,
trying,
how,
I'm trying, I'm trying to put
but
out some solid grooves.
but
So
I know it's dope. I know the album is dope because the intro alone caught me. That I know it,
yes,
man. How happy are you about this album?
very happy in the fact that I got to cherry pick these tracks that I got to cherry pick.
Okay.
Molecules, who is suppressed with music, he likes to sit on someone. He don't have a lot of work out in the world.
Okay.
So
Okay.
being obviously part of the group, I get to cherry pick from,
From
he
what?
took my stuff from like this is things that he's had for years. Some of these things, these beats. So
Okay.
I got to thumb through them and hand pick the beats. So that which made me very happy. Songs that I had been living with for a long time to
Mhm.
finally be able to write to them. And then,
Wow.
oh, it's not going to be a group song. This will be my own song.
Your own
So
song, man.
yeah, so that part of it, as you can see, like I said, I ain't no spring chicken, but this enthusiasm that you see, I, you know,
Yeah.
I was in here reciting, I rehearsed them because at some point I'm going to, have a release party and be able to,
That's right. That's right. That's
yes.
right.
So in the immortal words of my man Chi Ali, age is just a number,
Ages is a number.
And
Shout out.
speaking of Chi, I got a song with Chi. It didn't make the album because we
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
Yeah, we didn't
Now,
kind of
now,
like.
I always wanted to know that when you said a song didn't make the album, was it because of the track or because you just wasn't feeling it?
Was he did his verse. I did my verse was a little incomplete. I think we was gonna try to put my brother on there. For those who don't know, Rollo Square is my brother.
Okay.
He and
Okay.
Chi Ali came up together. When she was active back in the day. Rollo was his hype man, DJ. So long and short, I was gonna do a song with the three of them, but it didn't.
It
It
just
didn't. I
didn't
still
fit.
got it. It still could come out. Nobody, no one ever heard it.
Hmm.
It just we didn't finish it. It's incomplete.
Because I know you have a lot of songs that didn't make the album.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
guessing
won't say a lot, but I got
you
some
got
I got some
a
joints.
few.
Yeah, I got some joints that didn't make it. I got some joints that didn't make it. And that's one of them. So we definitely get that to the world at some point. I
Wow.
got a song, with Molecules and my brother Rollo that didn't make it. We couldn't get there.
See, yeah,
Yeah,
you got a few
yeah. So
songs like
I
that.
got some unreleased gems.
Wow. Well, listen, the album is coming. As a matter of fact, it should be here real soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, go please. Big up to my man Pritt, who he has pushed me. He put out Dice Man's The Power of Now
Right.
record. Now he's putting out my record, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. King of Beats, kingofthebeats.com. Go there. You can pre-order it. I will try to stay active. I'm a little bit of a dinosaur, but I will try to make sure that when it is available
That's right.
digitally,
That's right.
I get it out there, man. I
Get
would
out
love
there.
to, good,
Get it
bad,
out
or
there.
indifferent. Whether you love it, whether you don't love it, it's going to happen. And I'm very like a little kid to be here. Hear what people think. I
Hmm.
think I think like I said, it's a classic sound. I've lived with it for a
Yeah,
while
yeah.
now,
That's right.
and that's why I wanted to send you a few joints so you could get a little vibe as to what lane
That's right.
I'm going
That's right.
down.
That's right, man. Like I said, the album is going to be dope because of the few joints I heard. I already know what's getting ready to happen.
Yeah,
Viewers,
yeah,
we have Chucky Smash. This man has a solo album that's coming and it's fire. I heard a few. I
yes,
already know what it's going to be.
yes, man.
This
I'm
man
make
is one. Yeah.
I'm make sure you get the whole joint once we get it all, get everything all finalized. I just want to
Please,
give you a little
please.
sprinkle. Obviously,
Yeah.
you were gracious enough to interview me. Happy New Year to everyone. This is my first interview to jumpstart this project. So I really, really want to thank you, all your followers, anybody who
Welcome,
checks you
brother.
out, man. I'm very, very thankful that you decided to invite me onto this platform.
Oh, I thank you, man. It's a special day for me too, because you have an album coming out and you come to my platform.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, man.
special day
Yes,
for me too. Yeah, viewers, we have Chucky Smash. This man is 1/3 of the legions. This man has go on YouTube, check him out. You can go check out his history, their catalog. This man has an album coming out, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, and 3.
yes,
Right?
sir.
So I'm guessing when this album drops, you're gonna do a second and a third one, right? Like part
Yeah,
two and part three.
that's
That's
the
the plan.
goal.
Yeah, yeah.
Right now we sitting on some Legion songs, so we need to get these Legion songs out. So yeah, we got a Legion album that will follow. Like I said, I talked about these movie concepts. So CeeLo and Molecule is gonna do a movie concept.
Yeah, because
I feel like they're gonna
every
do.
album is like a movie. Every album is gonna be a
We're
movie
getting there.
based.
Like I said, we got Three the Bronx Way. Molecules
Right.
got the classic with Showbiz, Bronx Tale. Now it's gonna be me and Molecules with the Taking Of Pelham of 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
And Dice Man, I don't want to screw it up. Somewhere in the line we're gonna do the Fort Apache, the Bronx.
Wow.
We're gonna stay in the movie lane, man. That's our thing. That's our
But
thing.
that's a dope idea, man. To keep it like that.
Yeah,
You
we're
know
gonna
what I mean?
keep it. We're gonna keep it going until we exhaust that territory.
Wow. Well, I thank you, man, for coming on to the show, A Vision Media Broadcast. I really do. Hopefully, we could do that again. You send me some joints so I can
Yes,
check some more songs out.
yes, man.
Viewers, we're here with another special guest, man. This is Chucky Smash, 1/3 of the Legions. Check his album out, man. It's coming out real soon.
Yes,
Taking of Pelham 1, 2, and 3 is dropping soon. You got a couple things out there. Check out the video Hunts Point. Hunts Point is out also. Right?
yes. The Hunts Point is the lead single off of our album, The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3,
That's right.
produced by Molecules, put out by King of the Beats. I got a little bit of production by Key Figures, dope features. Like I said, I got Milano Constantine,
Yeah.
Drez from the Black Sheep, Droopy Dog, Marvelous Supreme, Lucky Fishburne, Follow Square,
It's
The
on.
Force. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
definitely gonna be a dope piece
It's a
added to your
banger.
hip hop collection.
That's right, man. It's a
Very,
banger.
very excited and happy to finally have this moment arrive. And if you want to do a little history, as Tommy was saying, you can go
Right.
back to the original theme
Right.
plus Echo equals Krill. That's online digitally. Three the Bronx Way, which was put out by Fat Beats, and we also had the Lost Tapes, which was put out by Ill Adrenaline Records. You can go online. We have multiple videos. All that stuff is on digitally, and also Bronx Tale, The Power of Now by
Wow, now.
CeeLo 456. Dope joint that he did collaboration.
Wow,
So
man.
this is fire. Everything is fire, B.
Congratulations, man, on this new project. And I know it's going to be a banger, fire, and all that. I know it is, man.
Thank you,
So,
man.
so congrats on that, man. You keep pushing, keep on going. Get the album out there, promote. You know how it go. Promote, promote,
Yeah, yeah.
promote.
You ain't gotta tell me.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not. That's why I'm lacking. I gotta get my promotion up.
Yeah, but basically it'll sell itself because once they hear what you're saying,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what
you
I'm just waiting for it to be released, man.
yeah,
So peace to everybody that's out there. Let me see what's the hat. Yep. You see where the brand? Where's the brand? You
there
see
you
the
go.
brand?
Legion. There you go.
Legion
I,
is the team.
I thank you, man. And listen, man, this viewers, we're gonna go ahead and exit, but y'all seen a wonderful interview, man, and we're gonna, you're gonna see more of it. So Chucky Smash, man, I thank you. Want to say peace, A Vision Media Broadcast, and hopefully we'll do this again.
Thank you, sir. You have a good one. God bless everyone. Peace from the incredible Legion team, and we out.
Peace out.